Alright, so let's begin. I got 2 jars here, 2 cups of organic white rice, and 4 cups of RO water. With the amounts, I pretty much treat it like I'm cooking it. So 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, you get the idea. So basically, some people either cook the rice for 5 minutes, but you really don't need to do that. All you have to do is just shake up the rice for 5 minutes to get the rice washed. So what we're going to do is just shake up this rice for 5 minutes. Alright, I've been shaking this for 5 minutes, and yeah, my arms are pretty freaking tired. So basically, what I'm going to do now is just strain it. And then you could use this rice for to make an IMO, and cover that in another video. Just pour the rice wash in a jar, obviously. And then we'll just cover up with these coffee filters for about 4 to 7 days. It's usually about 7 days for me. And just do it like this. Do not leave it uncovered, because what's going to happen is this is going to sit for the next week, and it's going to collect microbes out of the air through the filter and everything. Just keep it in a dark, warm, room temperature place. Not too cold, not too hot. Alright, we'll be back in a week. Alright, well, it's a week later, and we have the rice wash right here. What we're going to do now is just strain all these chunks out of here. That's the bad stuff. So, and then I'm just using a sieve with just like a 180 micron silk screen. It just works best for me, in my opinion. Then we're just going to discard this. It's pretty much garbage. Now this is the rice wash. It's about half a gallon. Actually a little less than half a gallon. So next we're going to add 1 part rice wash, 10 parts milk. Filling it up. 10 parts milk, 1 part rice wash, and the foaming right now is just from the agitation of pouring in the milk. It's not fermenting yet, but this is going to ferment for 1 week, and what's going to happen is the whey and the curds are going to separate, and what we're after is the whey, the Lactobacillus serum concentrate. And once that starts fermenting, the water will start to bubble. once the fermenting begins and the CO2 gas is released, that water will start to bubble. Alright, well, it's been a little over a week now. Oops. So, these labs are done fermenting. I may have just contaminated it a bit. Not really. And oh boy, does that smell sour. But as you can see, it's completely separated. There's the curd right here. You can see it's just, and it's separated from the whey. So this curd, you can make cheese with it, feed it to your animals, whatever. It's probiotic, but it stinks pretty freaking sour. So my goal here is to try and remove it in one piece, which usually doesn't happen. Well, mostly. And then I'm just gonna toss it. I mean, it can be used as a top dress, you can compost it, whatever, but I'm just gonna toss it. You can see there's a lot of chunkies at the bottom. So yeah, we just want to get rid of this stuff. See, this is completely strained. This is the Lactobacillus serum concentrate. It's basically the whey and the rice wash, I guess. The whey is what we're basically saying it is. So what I'm going to do next is just What I'm going to do next is bottle it up to store in the fridge, and I'm going to make enough to activate to make a 5-gallon activated labs. So, I mean, the next part's pretty boring. They're all bottled up, and this made me about 2.5 gallons of labs concentrated. So if you're gonna use it just like this, mix it with other ferments, or you can use it in a foliar. It's basically 1 to 2 tablespoons per gallon. And when you take it out of the fridge, let it sit out for 2 hours before using it, just so the microbes can wake up, sort of. Now, I'm going to be storing these in the fridge, and then right now, next we're going to activate it, and then it's going to have to ferment for another few weeks. So, but you pretty much get the idea. Right. Now to activate it, it's basically, you can use molasses or brown sugar. I'm using molasses. I've done the brown sugar. I prefer molasses for this part. So it's 1 part molasses, 1 part lab serum concentrate, 20 parts water. So I basically broke it down to, it's basically 1.5 jars of this, and which is 12 ounces. So yeah, it's about 18 ounces. Molasses too. So basically what I do is I just dump out half of it, and then I'll just pour labs in here and shake it up to get all the molasses out. And we got pretty much all the molasses out. And then another half jar of molasses. I've done this a bunch of times, so I'm pretty good at eyeing it. So, right, it's 18 ounces of molasses, 18 ounces of labs, and then the rest water. So pretty much once your bucket's full, that's all you need. And then we're using RO water. So, because this is gonna rise a little bit when it starts to ferment. and bubble. But so this is gonna ferment for about 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so now it's about a few weeks later, and as you can see the labs are done. But I mean, I lost my pH meter a while ago, and it's just a cheap Milwaukee one. I'm not going to spend all the money on a high-end one when I hardly ever use it. But I do have, you know, these little pH drops, which, you know, are not that accurate, but I mean, they give you an idea. So you can see this is well below 4.0 according to this. It's about probably around 3.5, but whatever. That's what we want. You want a low pH with your labs, because when the pH lowers, that basically makes it inhabitable for the harmful pathogens and bacteria to lead way to the I can never say it right, but feculative, or well, whatever, the anaerobic microbes. So what I'm gonna do is low battery. All right. Well, I'm just gonna just bottle this up, and then that's that, which I've already started. So simple way, water bottle funnel, and into here. I do have some black half-gallon bottles on the way that I'm going to be putting these in, but as long as I keep these stored in the dark, they're fine. Oh, also, which I probably mentioned before, activating these labs make them stay good. I've been told 3 months is how long they stay good for at room temperature, but I've had labs stay good for 6 months. So that's that. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty, everybody. Happy growing and stay safe. Whee!